Good afternoon. As you can hear my PlayStation in the background ready to fucking take off. Ah, it's Jin. Hello. Didn't realise you were here. Oh. Hello, Martin. No, it's fine. I know I'm a little delayed. I was trying to link. So, the glorious thing of racing and commentating is I can't upload anything without unlinking the ALR channel and then relinking my YouTube channel to then upload clips that I need to report, which funny enough I need to do one later. And then to rebroadcast I have to unlink and relink, so it's a faffy old process and it takes about 20 minutes each time, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Since you don't have long, and I'll give it another minute or so before I make a start. Let's see, whilst we're waiting, has any more signed up for this? Oh my god, there's so many fucking people. Next couple of weeks' time could be busy. Right, let's get cracking since the one and only person watching this has only got 20 minutes. So, welcome to Moo Village. Funny enough, is he here? He is. Welcome to Moo's Village. I know, hilarious. I wasn't here at all, hence why there's two new drivers. There is the other Peugeot for the very first time. More. I'm going to call him More because I can say M-O-R. I can't say whatever the rest of that is because my dyslexia does not allow it to process in my brain. And then we got Crash. Okay, I'm just going to call him Crash. Crash has had a crash. Oh, that's going to be interesting if he has a crash. Anyway, so in pole position we have the championship rival to Suavi in Autos in first position. Funny enough, somehow Pasty's made it up to second. I don't know how he's done it, but Pasty being Pasty has done Pasty things and managed to get up to second. More surprisingly, JMS is in third. But then again, JMS is an okay driver. Anyway, JMS is in third, Suavi's in fourth, Amy's in fifth. Amy has... I do actually feel a bit bad for her because she has had some bad luck with connections issues this season, so I do feel quite bad for Amy. We then got Yuri in sixth. We got Brian's in seventh, who didn't have a good Watkins Glen race. Excuse me, at all. We then got O'Leary in eighth. We got Cherry in ninth. Then we got Granelli in 10th, we got Draz in 11th, we got Jin in 12th, so the two teammates 12th and 11th with some ground to make up. We got Moo in his home race. I don't know if he had an awful qualifying session or not. He's way down the grid. We then got Moore in 14th. We then got Dr. Esty in 15th, and then we got Crash in 16th. So, without further ado, let's get cracking. As we got 5 red lights, everyone's full out on the gas. Who makes a good start? Auto makes a really good start in that red. He seems to be doing really well on the starts this season. So is JMS. JMS is already up to 2nd and kept it secured. Let's go through the grid. Amy's made another good start. Swavy's made an okay start. Yuri's trying to make up ground. O'Leary's made up ground. Brian's is trying to hold ground at the moment. Cherry's making up ground as well. As we go around the left-hander, as the sun comes out in the UK and it starts to blind my face and I can't see the screen much more. Who had a moment? Yuri had a moment going into this right-hander. He's now dropped a position to Brian's. I'm going to stay with this group because at the moment this seems to be where a lot of the action is. Moo's made a good start, made up 3 spots. Grinelli's dropped a spot. Jin's stayed about where he is. Dr. Esty stayed about where he is. Draz has sort of stayed where he is. Moo's stayed where he is. And, oh god. Did he just... What happened to Crash? Excuse me. Oh, Crash just did it to himself, a bit too eager. He's also on the mediums. Everybody else is on the softs. Okay, that makes sense. So, Crash being the only driver on the mediums, let's jump back forward to where we were. So, Pasty's challenging JMS for a second position. I think he's got it under the brakes. So, good move from Pasty as he goes a little deep. No, he just about holds it as we go back through the rest of the grid. Let's stick with this middle group here. As Yuri's trying to challenge Brian's up the inside, not able to get a nose up the inside. Cherry still holding 8th position. O'Leary's still chasing down 9th. Moves at the moment is intense. Jin's going up the inside of Dr. Esty. Was he defending the inside? I couldn't quite tell from the camera angle that I had. I think. And then we got... Hang on, I can... Sorry, apologies, I could hear myself speaking off my phone. I shouldn't hear that. So, let's jump further forward. There he goes a little wide as we go up the hill underneath the banner as we come down the left-hander. Tricky braking area, actually. Very easy to lock up. Very easy to get wrong. And don't want to go too wide there as Brian's quite happily demonstrated. Has he got damage? No, he hasn't. He's just lost all the momentum. And here comes Cherry. Cherry goes up the inside going into turn 1. Makes the move stick and work. Does he get the exit? He's after no. Brian's gets the better exit side by side as we come up the hill around the left-hander in a second. Here's the left-hander. And down to the right, as we got behind him, we got O'Leary defending from Moo as well. O'Leary's trying to go up the inside of Brian's after Brian's has been offset by Cherry. Now Moo's having a go. Moo's trying to have a look up the inside. Does pass O'Leary as Brian's gets spins out. Was that a contact by Moo? Let's go back and have a look. No, Brian's did it all by himself. So, Brian's did his own little mistake all by himself, which promoted Moo and O'Leary up a position. Let's jump further forward as Yuri's now in 6th position. JMS has now dropped down to 5th. Amy's gone past JMS and so Swavy. So JMS not having a great second lap at the moment. Although it's still very early on in this evening's race. I say evening's race, this afternoon's race. As JMS is trying to have a look at Swavy. Yuri's now right behind JMS as well. So JMS has got to be a bit careful. As any driver now who makes a mistake will lose definitely a spot or a couple. down the hill. Interesting camera angle for sure. Oh, as Yuri makes contact with that barrier, this is going to allow Cherry to storm straight up the inside and hold that inside line. Cherry keeps the position as he goes through turn 1. Did Yuri pick up damage? He did. Yuri did pick up some damage. Although the speed of that Lamborghini Huracan's not quite as quick down the straight line as the Mercedes AMG, so Yuri might be able to hook on the back of him again. But we will see as we look further forward. JMS is now all over the back of Suave. So JMS, can he make anything work in that Ferrari? He's one of the only Ferrari drivers really to keep it up there. O'Leary does it as well. So we go round the banking corner, really quick corner, cambered enough so he can carry the speed. So we go around to the left, back in the Champions Cup. Pyro had, I think it was Pyro, had an accident. I think it was it Pyro? I can't remember. Someone had a huge accident there. I know they did. I remember that as we look further back through the grid. O'Leary's now challenging Move for 8th position. We got Granelli just behind them as well. The Audi R8 driver whose name I still cannot pronounce, as Moo has a moment. Moo had a moment. Let's jump on board with Moo himself. Defending from O'Leary. So is he just going to be off? Oh, he just drives it in just a bit too hot and stays on the gas, on the grass, and very lucky to keep it all together. What was that about? As we got a yellow flag at Cherry. What has happened to Cherry? So he's just dropped it. Oh, the rear's just gone on him. He's dropped it all by himself. Poor Cherry's now gone from 6th or 7th position back down to 13th. As behind we got Draz, who's defending from more in the Peugeot, and then behind them, slowly catching, is Crash, as we got Auto in first, Pasty in second, starting to reel in Auto. So we'll keep an eye out on that. We've got Amy in third at the moment, comfortably at the moment I'd say. We've got Suave in fourth, starting to pull a gap to JMS. JMS is in fifth, starting to drop a little bit from the top four. We got Yuri in sixth, starting to close the gap, and then a comfortable gap to O'Leary in seventh. So Yuri at the moment is in a Ferrari sandwich. We then got Granelli in 8th. We've got Moo in 9th. We've got Jin in 10th. Brian's in 11th, being challenged for by Dr. Esty at the moment. A little look was made. Now Jin's starting to close in on the back of Moo. Jin dives up the inside. Can he make it work? He can't, because Moo can't keep the car on the road, understeers off the road. So Jin goes through into 9th, Brian's up to 10th, Dr. Esty up to 11th, and Moo's now dropped down to 12th position with damage, and his tyres are not looking healthy at all. As he now loses a position to Cherry as well, so Moo's race has just gone from bad to even worse. It's back to pretty much where he started 4 laps ago, as he's potentially about to lose out more time to Draz, as here comes Draz. Can Draz get a move up the inside? He has a look, he goes for it. Onto the brakes, downhill. Doesn't really leave him much space. I think Draz had to back out of that just a little bit. Does anyone hit the wall? No. And here comes Draz. Draz got a much better exit. Then moves straight up the inside into turn 1. Makes it work. Moves looking for the switchback. Can't get it to work, so Draz keeps position to 13 at the moment as we go forward. We've got Brian's versus Jin for 9th position on the road. That's further back. And we got more going up the inside of Moo as well. So Moo's not having a fantastic race at all, as they're still battling. Moo drives it around the outside, still side by side as we go down this hill towards the right-hander, who's going to be late on the brakes. Moore was later than Moo, but Moo has the inside line and will keep 14th for the moment as we jump back forward. We've still got Jim versus Brian, so I want to jump forward and have a little look around. Let's have a little look. Sorry, I'm just trying to read the comments and commentate at the same time. Here we go. We got a three-way battle, both two cars off the road. Can Yuri capitalise on Swavi's mistake and going off the road as well? He has a look up the inside, bails out of it. Swavi goes in deep. It's really going to offset him for this last corner as we go round the left-hander. Yuri's got a much straighter and better exit than Swavi. Can Swavi hold on to 4th position? Yuri dives up the inside. Can he keep it at the apex? He can. He shuts the door very much firmly in Swavi's face. So Yuri's up to 4th. Swavi's now down to 5th. JMS is now down to 6th after starting 3rd in this race. Let's jump forward and have a quick look on the leaders. Let's check in. Oh, a good thing we're checking in because Vasti's just done the auto. Let's go back a couple of seconds. Let's have a little look. Auto defending, going down the hill, the same place we just saw Swavi go deep. Let's see if we're going to see a, well, we're going to see a change for lead anyway because we've just seen it. So Pasti has a very late look up the inside. Very, very late look up the inside. Can Pasti keep it? They're still side by side as we go up the hill. Round the left-hander. We're still side by side as we go down, braking in for the right-hander. And Pasti still stays side by side with Auto. Are we going to stay side by side this whole lap? If so, this will be fantastic. No, Auto's going to gain the inside line, gain the track position, but he's gone wide. Is this going to allow Pasti another look and another go? Auto goes inside line. Pasti wants to switch back, can't get it this lap. I'll come back and check the comments in a minute because this is too interesting at the moment. My apologies. So, Auto under pressure from Pasti. Can Pasti, the driver from Cornwall, make anything work? Is he going to have a Cornish Pasti fueled anger for that first position? Let's see as we come down this little pit straight on a different track spec. Pasti gives Auto just a little nudge, little bit of a push. Or can Auto hold up Pasti until Amy can get close? Let's stick with these guys for another little bit. As we go on to lap 7, I don't think Pasti's going to make a move for a moment. Let's check the rest on the grid very quickly. Swavi's gotten back past Yuri. So Yuri back down to 5th, Swavi back up to 4th. Go away Snapchat, don't want you now. Racing to watch. So Swavi up to 4th, Yuri in 5th, JMS is in 6th. O'Leary's starting to catch up this group as we see Granelli come around in 8th. We've got Jin in 9th. We've got Dr. ST in 10th. Brian's in 11th. Draz in 12th. And then got Moore in 13th with Cherry in 14th. Moo having a horrible time in 15th and coming into the pits on a sprint race, with then Crash being promoted up to 16th, up from 16th to 15th, beg your pardon, as we go back to the leaders. Auto's front tyres are not looking anywhere near as healthy as Pasti's at the moment. Whilst we keep on this, I'm just going to have a very quick look past these tyres. They're okay actually. Well, there's moves. They're a lot better than autos. Let's stay with this and jump on board, because auto's got that corner all sorts wrong. He's going to try. Passy's going to try and get him alongside. Auto's not going to allow him, as they're both trying to straighten up this corner for the long straight coming up. What concerns me is not Pasty's front tyres, but Pasty's rear tyres, as Pasty found out at Watkins Glen how much the rear tyres will cost you, especially when braking into corners, as Cherry showed us a couple of laps ago. As we go on to lap 8 of 9 in this sprint race, we're going to stay with these guys. I'm going to keep an eye on the leaderboard and see if there's any position changes whilst we watch. As we go over the ridge, round to the left, I think Auto might just hold on to this. No, Auto didn't make a mistake. I thought he did. I heard a load of tyre squeal. I think it was just him understeering a little. Let's go through the rest of the grid quick. Let's see what else is going on. Yuri's gotten back past Suavi. When did this happen? This happened to turn 1? No, before that. So we'll stay where we are. So Yuri back ahead of Suavi. Suavi now down to 5th. His tyres aren't looking too good either. Looking like. So is JMS going to have a look? JMS's tyres are looking very good considering. And Lyria's tyres are looking even better. Can JMS have a look? I'm going to keep an eye on the leaderboard for that first position as well. JMS goes off into the grass, but still sticks with Suavi. Doesn't look like it's cost him much at all, as the cinematic camera angles are going to be a little bit cancerous for us at times, as Pasty has gotten past Auto. Let's jump back a couple of spots and go back and have a look. Let's jump on board. Auto looking for the later apex. Doesn't look like he gets the speed compared to Pasty. As we go around the banking on the right hand corner, Auto goes high, Pasty goes low, and Pasty makes the move. He gets it done around the banking corner, nice and cleanly. No archie-barchie needed. So, good move from Pasty. Can Pasty keep hold of this now? Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's Auto's tyres, they are cooked. Let's have a quick look through. Amy's tyres are just as bad, if not slightly better actually. Only on one corner though. Let's go back through. Yuri's tyres are still pretty good. JMS has gotten past Suavi. So JMS now up to 5th. Can Suavi defend from O'Leary for one more lap? Doesn't hit the wall. Keeps it squared. Does O'Leary have a look? No, O'Leary slots in behind for turn 1. Whilst these guys are fighting, let's have a little look at the rest of the grid. Dr. Estes caught up to Jin. Jin, my god mate, you have got no tyre. Dr. Estes, not really that much better. What's your teammates doing? Your teammates actually a lot better than the pair of you put together. So, Draz potentially could get a double overtake done. Depends on Jin's defending skills and ability around this track. Jin defends into the right-hander. As Dr. Esty has to look now in his mirrors instead of out of his windshield, as Draz is having a look up the inside of that previous corner. Not going to work this time. Jin defends the inside. Draz is still there, still with him. Can Esty get the exit? No. Can Draz get the exit? Excuse me, kind of. Let's jump on board because these cinematic angles are not doing us any justice. So what's going on? Oh my god. Dr. Esty, that's okay. As contact was made between Dr. Esty and Jin, Dr. Esty gets past Jin as Draz gets past the pair of them. Jin's been shown the grass by Dr. Esty. Can Dr. Esty get past Draz, or does Draz defend? Let's have a look in a minute as Fasty comes around the last corner. Sorry, I didn't... Oh, screw it, I'm going to go back and give him his moment of glory. As Pasty comes down the hill up to the final couple of corners. Opened up a nice healthy gap to Auto. As he comes around the last corner, comes through for victory here at Alsace Village, or Moot Village as some people are calling it. Also comes home to bring it in second. Amy comes through for third. Yuri comes through to finish in fourth. JMS comes through to finish in fifth. Suave comes through for sixth, just holding off at Leary in seventh. Granelli, with a good race from him, comes through for eighth position. Draz, as he comes down the hill, just about holds off Dr. Esty for the moment as we go around this left-hander. Jin sort of been left out a little bit here. Dr. Esty gets a much better run, but doesn't quite get ninth. He holds 10th position. Draz holds on to 9th position. Dr. Esty gets 10th. Jin in 11th. Cherry in 12th. Moore in 13th. Brian's in 14th. What's going on back here? So Moo, having pitted for a fresh set of soft tyres, is going to try and attack Crash Tour for 15th as we go up the inside. Does Crash Tour get it wrong? He does get it wrong. He just goes in a bit too hot as Moo's going to say thank you very much, through I come, as the two American drivers are going to fight each other for last position. Whoa! Yeah, Crash just takes it a bit too deep. Just a little too deep. As he's got front right damage, he's going to continuously pull one side. He's just braking and turning at the same time. He's going to understeer a little bit. Now Moo comes over the line in 15th, and then Crash comes over the line for 16th. There we are. There's the sprint. Moo power. Yeah, Moo's got more Moo power, clearly. Yeah, overall it was actually really yeah, I'm doing tier 4. Sorry, I've got 2 tiers to do today, so I want to make sure I get the correct tier and not commentate, say I'm commentating tier 4 when I should be doing when I'm showing tier 5. So I want to make sure I get the right one. Now it's time for the annual waiting game, unfortunately. Two seconds. It's not actually taking too long to load today, unlike yesterday. So, did we all have fun last night at the Nürburgring? I kind of did, I kind of didn't. Most of you in here know what happened. For those in here that don't know what happened, it got a bit moist, let's put it that way. Legends. Cargo double. Oh, excellent. I don't know where I'm going to finish because yeah, JBS, you did decide to do a donut and give everyone else a chance because you turned your hacks on. Told you to turn the hacks off and you have a fair race. Fair enough, Ross. I don't know where I'm going to finish because I've missed 3 races this season. To be fair, this has actually probably been one of my better seasons. I think. I can't speak for Jin because Jin's done my strategy, which is go for the most slept on car humanly possible, and this was that they thought was a good idea. And they've had some success. I love how there's a wiener as well. I've only just noticed there is a wiener at the bottom of Dr. Estes' spoiler. I didn't even twig on that until now. I've never looked. And there's Wario as well. I've never actually looked at the cars properly. Anyway, so the feature is 22 laps. I have no idea on the strategy. I have no idea on anything that's going to happen here. Dr. Wiener. Oh, please, can I change his Discord name to Dr. Wiener? That'd be brilliant. Right, Dr. Wiener. That's it. That's his name. He's not Esty anymore. He's Wiener. He's Dr. Wiener. Screw it. He's been christened. Yeah, well, I commentate. I don't get a chance to look at the cars properly. And also, most of the time, you're looking at my rear spoiler, so I can't see yours. I can only see yours as a small speck in the mirror. He did it to himself. So... we got Dr. Wiener in first on the mediums. Like I said, I didn't race this race. I was unfortunately still at work, so I have no idea on strategies or anything here. We then got Draz in second, Granelli in third. I still can't pronounce his name, but screw it, it's kind of stuck. We then got O'Leary in fourth, with a warning sign, very much no. This needs to be on JMS's car, just everywhere. Warning, I drive. We then got Swavi in fifth. We then got JMS good with a warning sticker in sixth position. We then got Yuri in seventh. Amy in eighth. Pasty in ninth. And the sprint race winner, Pasty, in 10th position with the reverse top 10. Yeah, just have a giant warning sticker on the final race on your car saying, I'm driving, be warned. So it gives everybody plenty of chance to see you when you do donuts on the start-finish straight. We then got Jin in 11th position. We then got Cherry in 12th. Moore in 13th. Ryan's in 14th. Moo in 15th. And then Crash in 16th on the soft top. I'm confused. Crash, debut race. Fair enough. Debut race. Well done. Welcome to the league. Same with Moores. But you went the medium tyres in the sprint, and you're now going the soft tyres on the feature. I'm confused, my guy. Anywho, let's follow Dr. Wiener as we come around the last corner. Yeah, that can only go one way, can't it? Excuse me. As we come down the start-finish line, does anybody make any moves? O'Leary has a little look already. O'Leary's starting to have a look for P3. Can't get it to work. Can Suave make this work? Can Suave capitalise on O'Leary's missed position coming out of turn 1? He's trying to. Let's jump on board because it's going to be the only way we can actually see what's going on. He does make it work. Straight up the inside, but O'Leary's not done. O'Leary's come straight back up the inside on a block pass, a lovely one at that. Back up into 4th. JMS gives Suave a little bit of a push. Yuri's still there. He's in 7th. Amy's just behind this group as well. And then we got Pasti already. What happened? Pasti's already gone past Auto. Straight up into 9th position. In turn 1. Oh, Auto. You don't want to be doing that, mate. Good, okay, he's lifting a little bit. He's letting Pasti back through. Fair play, mate. Well done. Respect for that. As we jump back forward, let's go back forward another 10 seconds. As we got a good battle for 4th position, comprising of 5 cars at the moment. I know maths doesn't work at all. As JMS tries to go up the inside of his teammate, Suave goes up the inside of O'Leary. So Suave's now up into 4th. O'Leary's in 5th, about to lose it to JMS, who's now in 5th, and O'Leary's now in 6th. Yuri trying to get the nicer line to try and get past one of the Ferraris, maybe even both of them. As we've as the Wiener. No! What's happened to the Wiener? Oh. Well, the Wiener has found himself in the dirt. Doesn't like it, so now we've got to stay on the side of the racetrack. So, Dr. Wiener, excuse me, finds himself from 1st with damage all the way down to plumb last. Yeah, that's not a good start to your feature race. Now, Suave's somehow in 1st. So, Dr. Draz goes wide into the bank, and we then got Granelli now into 1st position. Granelli doesn't quite seem to have gotten that corner quite as quickly as Suave. Suave goes straight up the inside. Granelli doesn't really even fight it either. And slows the whole pack right down. Now Yuri's trying to capitalise on JMS as well. What happened to O'Leary? He just slightly understeers a little bit. I don't know why he took so long to get back on the throttle. So O'Leary loses out a couple of spots, and here comes Amy. And here comes Pasti as well, and Auto's here as well. So O'Leary loses out to Pasti. Pasti's about to try and get Amy as well. So Pasti making up 4, potentially 5 spots this opening lap. Auto's made up 2, about to be 3. And through goes Pasti on Amy. So Pasti's now up to 5th position. Is Amy going to be nice to Auto? Let's find out, as Yuri makes a slight mistake. Did he hit the wall? He did hit the wall, so Yuri hits the wall as Pasti's now up to 4th position. So fantastic opening lap from Pasti. As further back, we got Cherry all over the back of Jin. Jin's made a couple of spots. Draz is now trying to defend from Mu. As up the inside, Cherry tries to go. Draz goes a little deep. Mu tries to capitalise and tries to take the inside line. Draz is still there. As we go around the left-hand corner. Draz has the inside line. Mu's trying to make it work, tries to get the run and the drive on the outside, does get the run. He now has the inside line for this right-hander up ahead. Jin's still defending from Cherry as Mu gets past Draz for 11th. We'll jump back forward for a second. Let's jump back. Does Draz have another look? Nope. Rhines is now going to have a look as... What the how did you get that? I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. They're polystyrene, you could have gone through them. Let's don't hit. Ooh. So the BRZ driver must have had a moment like the Wiener did. I said the Wiener, Dr. Wiener, sorry, excuse me. So Cherry, Monzo and Dr. Wiener have all had moments as Crash on the soft tyres slowly making up some ground. As Draz spins out all on his own as he lights up the rear tyres going up and over the hill. So it moves now up to 10th, has got plenty of space around him. Jin's now up to 9th, he's going to try and challenge O'Leary. Yuri's now down to 7th. After having a issue on that previous lap. Let's jump back forward. As Pasty is now challenging for the lead already, and we're only on lap 3. Pasty is on absolute fire today. Let's stick with this as the battle for the lead. Swabby defends inside. Let's see what Pasty makes up over these next couple of corners. As we look further back, Amy's still all over the back of JMS, trying to force the error as we look further forward. Swabby's gone a little deep as Pasty's got the switchback he wants, got the traction, got the grip, and he's just sent it straight away. So good job, Pasty. As Swabby's not done yet, has a late move up the inside, tries to make it stick, can't make it stick. So Pasty up to first. Swabby down to 2nd, JMS up to 3rd. Auto and Amy and Granelli are having their own little battle. This is going to cost Auto some time. As Granelli loses the rear, it going into the hairpin, so it goes off into the wall. This is going to release both Renaults with Yuri just behind them. As Granelli rejoins behind O'Leary, just ahead of Jin, but I think, yeah, Granelli didn't quite get the exit he wanted either, so here comes Jin. Over the bridge of the hill, down the hill, round to the left. So good move from Jin around the outside. Who's in the pits? Draz is already in the pits. Has he just parked up? I think he's just parked up. Interesting. So Pasty leads this race. Let's go and find ourselves a nice little battle, which I think might be here. It's probably going to be, actually. Might even come from the likes of Moo himself in the Supra. Now that Supra is not the friendliest on tyres, I will admit. Never really gotten on with the car, to be honest. Just be driving style, driving technique you need to tweak and change with it. I've never really tweaked with this car, nor have I really tweaked with the Audi. I just found the Audi's rear end, I feel, is just too loose on the brakes, not predictable enough. I find the Supra, the front tyres just go too quick. As Jin feels like he needs to defend just a little bit into the hairpin. Who's struggling to close that gap a little bit. Does he overcommit? No. Bryans doesn't overcommit either. Let's have a little look further back as Dr. Wiener catches up to the back of Crash Tour on his dead softs. Is he going to come in? So Crash Tour's doing... Oh, that's not going to help your case, mate, as he clubbers the inside wall. As he can't get the car turning to the left. Is he going to come in? He does. So this is going to release Dr. Wiener into 12th with clean open air in front of him. Let's jump back forward again as Yuri is still on the back of the two Renaults. The two Renaults still haven't sorted themselves out. as we look further back, I want to have a quick look further back because Brian's is having a look up the inside of Moo. Moo's having an absolute howler here. As Brian gets the switch back and a much more grip and a much better exit than Moo. Can Moo respond? Tries to respond. Brian's does a good job at defending. So Moo down to 11th. Brian's up to 10th. Brunelli in the pink Audi R8 is now attacking Jin. Jin's now having to defend nearly every single corner. As we go around this long right-hander, very quick corner. Jin hasn't carried as much speed as the Audi R8. The Audi R8 goes straight up the inside. Jin tries to stick it around the outside, makes it work. Now the inside for the hairpin. Jin goes deep, Grenelli gets a switch back. Now alongside, just over, and Jin's slightly, I won't say gives up the position, but can't quite keep hold of 8th. So Jin now drops down to 9th. His troubles aren't quite over yet though, because Bryce is there. Amy, what's happened to Amy? Oh, Amy's disconnected. Oh no. So Amy, who's disconnected from 4th position, a really good running spot in the running, has just unfortunately disconnected, so is now not going to be able to finish this feature race. This is what I was talking about very earlier on. What the hell was that? How the fuck do you manage that? Were you not paying attention? What? What? Yeah, it's in a box on its way to be repaired. Yeah, I saw. I'm speechless. On the easiest corner of the whole circuit. One of the most baffling moments I have seen this season. Of how, mind you, Tier 5 can be just as entertaining, I will admit. Anyway, moving forward, we've still got Jin versus Brian's for 7th position. Let's jump back forward because there is a potential battle going on up here. What have we found? We then have JMS versus Suavi for 2nd position. So it's Suavi in the faster straight line speed car. Excuse me, but JMS in much more of the cornering and braking car. Now this track, not really more of a straight line speed track, I will admit. He's going to struggle next week, quote unquote, which was actually last night. He's going to obviously struggle because I'm a little bit, well, no, I wouldn't really say he struggled. But potentially going to struggle. Now, Suavi's now opened up the gap a little bit. He's starting to close in a little on Pasty. Let's jump back and have a little look. Yuri's trying to close up to Auto. Let's jump back a little bit further to Ryan's, as we still got the battle for 7th going on. As we got 14 drivers, so has Draz left us? Draz has left us as well. So, did Draz have to leave then? as Brian's gets much more corner speed and much better exit than Jin. Probably copying a little bit of what Gr3 did a couple of laps ago. So Jin now losing out to Brian's now up to 7th, Jin back down to 8th, Moo up to 9th, Dr. Wiener in 10th. We then got Cherry starting to close up. We then got Crash Talk in 12th, sorry, on the mediums now, and then Gr3 in 13th with Morzai, sorry, in 14th. Let's give Pasty a little bit of... Who pitted? Jin's in the pits. So where does he come out? Where does he come out? Oh, he comes out just behind Crash. Literally just behind him. So this now be a chance for Jin to put those fresh medium tyres to good use against 3-lap-old mediums. So let's see, can Jin get past the Jag driver of Crash as Crash takes the racing line. Jin backs it off just a smidge. So we go round the right-hander. Let's see as Jin goes off into the grass. That's not going to help you at all, mate. As can he keep hold of it? Oh, just about keeps hold of it. So he now loses out to Gr3 in the Audi R8, who is bouncing all over the show. Clearly, he's copying the porpoise effect from Formula 1 back a couple of years ago. Now, Cherry's all over the back of Moo. No real need to fight for that one because Moo drives off the circuit and kind of just gives that to him. That'll be why, because he's got no front tyres. I have a feeling some of these drivers are going to have to do the 2-stop. And Moo stays out on a dead medium. Interesting. This is going to be a long, horrible lap. That last lap was a 2:02. I'm just looking at his lap times. Cherry was 7 seconds faster that previous lap. As let's jump forward. Let's figure out who is where. Brian's is sort of in a world of his own at the moment. O'Leary's sort of in a little bit of a world of his own. Yuri's dropped off the back of Auto a little bit. Auto's starting to slowly catch up to JMS. JMS has dropped off the back of Swavi, and Swavi's now starting to catch up. I say not really catch up, he's starting to drop off a little bit from Pasty. Great pass all the way back for the FR cars. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I just... Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at the tyres. I mean, Pasty's, I'm starting to expect Pasty to start losing the rear in the corners in a couple of moments, simply because, I mean, looking at what happened at Watchman's Glen and also what happened to Cherry in the sprint. But we will see. As JMS comes into the pits on lap 9. Now, it's JMS looking for the undercut. He comes in at the end of 9, start at 10. I think everybody's probably going to be doing the 1-stop, I think. Now, Brian goes up a position. Here's a short pit stop. It's a short pit stop then. JMS is on softs. Why are you on softs? What is your thought? Why did you go softs? I'm curious. Let's go a bit further back as pretty much everyone behind's pitted now, so the outside the top 10's pitted. Jin and versus Cherry. Can Jin get past Cherry? Jin with much fresher tyres, about 10 laps, well, 8 or 9 laps fresher tyres compared to Cherry. Can Jin put them to great effect? Let's find out. This is going on. Nope, no one else is really close enough, so let's stick with these guys. As Cherry gets that corner, the left-hander all sorts of wrong. Jin goes straight up the inside. So Jin promoted up to 9th. Now going to start to own takedown crash in for 8th position. Trying big brain, and he remembered he needed big brain for that. So Pasty stays out, O'Leary stays out, the top 2nd, 3rd, 4th all come in. JMS, where do these three come out in regards to JMS? Is Swivey going to come out ahead? Auto's going to come out ahead on softs. Swivey's going to come out ahead on mediums. Yuri comes out ahead on softs as well. What the am I missing the memo here? Have I missed a memo? Do softs last 11 laps around this track? So, O'Leary takes 2nd position at the moment. Pasty's still in the lead. Trying to extend his lead as much as he can. He's probably got to come in this lap so he doesn't lose out time to the 2 soft runners behind, well, 3 soft runners behind him. And Suavi on the mediums. Let's jump back through the rest of the grid because this will be an interesting battle. We've got Yuri. Yuri's going for the 2-stop. He's going medium, soft, soft. Look at his fuel. He's got less than half a tank of fuel, so he's a lot lighter than Suavi. Yuri goes up the inside, doesn't make it work this time. Suavi loses the... Does Suavi lose the rear on his own? Yeah, Suavi just loses the rear on his own. Oh, he's got engine damage as well. Oh, Suavi with really horrible bad luck. Getting engine damage on the impact of that crash. And here's an interesting one. We got Cherry having another go at Jin. Jin's not going to make it work as Jin hits Crash. Does Crash have... No, Crash does not have engine damage. Jin does wait. This is going to allow Brian straight through, so Brian's now not going to lose any time. Cherry's gained a load of time actually, and Crash and Jin have both lost tons. As O'Leary comes into the pits, Pasty comes out in 3rd. Wow. Oh yeah, of course we just seen what happened to Suavi. So, JMS is now right behind the net leader of this race. The net leader of this race comes out on the mediums and is definitely doing the 1-stop. Auto's doing the 2-stop with Yuri. Further back, just behind us in battle for P3 at the moment, Pasty's defending from JMS. This is not what Pasty wants to be doing with his fresh new tyres. So, Pasty wants to really start clearing off and trying to get some open air. JMS is now not letting him do that. JMS is going to attack him. He's fueled up for a long distance. Whether he's going to stop again, I don't know. It's 10 to go. Let's have a look. So O'Leary's in 7th. Brian's in 8th, having made a stop as well. So Brian's has actually made a pretty much a free pit stop on Crash. After Crash and Jin had their moment, Cherry's pitted as well. He's lost it. He's not really, he's kind of lost out a little bit. Moo's got a half-second time penalty and is still in the battle. I say it's battle, he's not really in the battle, he's probably going to be in just a moment. He's still down in 11th, Granelli in 12th, Dr. Wayne in 13th. And then we got Morismo. That's it, Morismo. Now my brain's clicked. In 14th. Let's jump back to the battle for P3. JMS is still there. Oh, those cars are so good in cinematic. That's great for the right-hander. Is JMS catching? Hard to tell. I don't think JMS is catching anymore. I think Pasty's starting to pull away a little bit. I don't think the two-stop is worth it. I think maybe extending the first stint, because the pit lane's so short, extending the first stint and trying to overcut or undercut someone might be quite powerful here. Because if Otto or Yuri were on a one-stop, if they made a stop and were just going to the end now, they would be in a really good position. But these two have got to stop again. Look, we got 9 laps, and those fuel tanks are not going to do 9 laps. That fuel tank will do 9 laps easily. Now, Pasty's starting to pull away from JMS just a little bit. Right, I'm going to jump back through the rest of the field. We got Swaffy in 5th now. Now, going through the corner, he had a previous issue with, and this time with no damage. We then got Illyri in 6th. With Grimes behind him in 7th. Sort of on his own. Nice little turbos. Whistle you just heard there. And then got Jin in 8th. Cherry in 9th, Moo in 10th, Dr. Esty just getting past Crash for 12th, who's now in 12th, Dr. Wayne is now in 11th, Crash Tour is in 12th, Granelli in 13th, and then just bringing up the rear on the hard tyres. Is 14th is Mozart. Doesn't know. Nismo. Okay, interesting strategies being played at the moment. I'm going to stick with this group, I think, because this is probably going to be the closest. These are the closest cars on track. So apologies, we're going to we'll stick with this group for a little bit because there's literally nobody closer. Everybody is spread out. Pasty having a moment going into the hairpin. What's Yuri's tyres starting to go? Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. When did he come in? Lap 11 he came in. Autos aren't looking that much better. What are JMS looking like? They're okay. JMS has made them actually work for 4 or 5 laps. Yuri, however, Yuri's not able to make these tyres last. And here comes Pasty. Pasty having a look up the inside going into turn 1. Pasty goes deep going into turn 1. Can Yuri get the switch back in the exit? He can for the moment. And Pasty slots back in behind. As he dives to the inside for this right-hander. Yuri gives him the space. Can Yuri hold it around the outside? Can he hold the speed? No. Pasty takes the second position. So Yuri probably going to be coming in at the end of this lap, I should imagine. Doesn't want to lose out any more time than he needs to. He's already starting to lose out quite a bit of time already. As Pasty's able to carry a lot more speed through the corners, and Yuri's now off into the grass as well. So yeah, definitely Yuri's going to want us to come in this lap. You start losing this much time to the car ahead of you, and his front left is now just gone as well. So this next couple of corners are going to be savage. JMS's tyres aren't looking that great either. Auto's tyres are actually looking the best for the softs. Oh, as Yuri's had a moment and JMS is starting to drift, going through their hairpin. What's happened to Yuri? Could he not just get the car turned? Yeah, he just couldn't get the car turned. The front's got no grip to it at all. So JMS with no rear left either is about to lose the rear right and the front left, as JMS has got no rear grip on the car at all. So Yuri with rear tyres but no front, JMS with basically no tyres at all. Good, both drivers do come in. So JMS probably will jump Yuri in the pits because he's got more fuel. As Suave goes through, back up into third position. So JMS comes out just ahead of his teammates and he's back on another set of softs. Yuri comes out on another set of softs. Ahead of Brian, comfortably ahead of Brian's at the moment. So the two Ferrari drivers are together. Jin comes in as well. Let's have a quick look through the rest of the grid. As we got Crash Tour ahead of Dr. Wiener, who's gone onto the hard tyre. Same as Mosmo. And Granelli's gone onto the hard tyre as well. Interesting. Ah, this will be interesting as well. We got moved, sweeps around the outside of Jin. Jin now on the fresh set of mediums going to the end. You said bad decision in 3-2-1. Okay, I've just been informed by the following driver we are currently watching there is a bad decision coming up. So, what is said bad decision you make? I'm going to keep an eye on you, because I want to keep an eye on these two as well. As Moo gets Moo does not get the X, he's after on his hard tyres compared to Jin's mediums. Oh, Jin. No, Jin's not having a great outlap at all. Oh, delayed message in the pits. What do you mean, bad decision? Yellow flag? Was that Cherry? Oh. It was Cherry. Keeps out, well, he does kiss the wall. He doesn't slam into it like other drivers. Brian's come back into the pits. Okay. Interesting. Although Auto's gone into the softs, so everyone else around them's on the mediums. They'll be okay until about lap 20, but by lap 21 I think these two will probably drop off the pace quite a lot. Depends really on how well these guys are going to try and manage their soft tyres. That's not how you manage a set of soft tyres. What the hell did you do? Yeah, that'd do it. Just kiss the grass and then... Yeah, that's going to do it. Kiss the grass and entry. I'm surprised you didn't get engine damage. As through goes ALR as well, so Auto's lost out to both Ferraris. Yuri's not far behind him either. Yuri's going to have the overspeed going onto this little mini straight. So Auto now has got oh, excuse me, fucking jeez, my throat. Auto now has Yuri in his mirrors. Auto's now got Yuri behind him to worry about as Suavi comes in late on in the race. 4 laps to go. Is he going to put a set of softs on? He is, so he's going to go softs to the end. He comes out just ahead of Auto. So this is throwing a massive spanner in the works. So Yuri with durability advantage for 4 laps. Suavi with the freshest tyre of really everybody here. But it's one thing catching a driver, it's a complete other thing passing a driver. As they're saying, with 4 to go, and with the way Suavi's currently going, and the way Yuri's just dropped off the back of Auto, and Auto's lighted, at the moment starting to light up the timing screens a little bit. I'm not sure really who's going to come out where. So ALR's just ahead of Suavi. Suavi's starting to close up on ALR, and Auto's starting to close up on Suavi. Can Auto get through this corner this time cleanly? He can. It's a bit of a moment going in, a little bit of understeer mid-corner on it, or mid-exit, but keeps it. Now Suavi's caught right up to ALR. ALR is on used mediums. So is ALR going to try and hold up these guys to favour his teammate? Let's find out. I have deduced. I've watching the other drivers. Softs are not going to really. Softs are going to just about last 4 laps. Now with the way Suavi is currently driving, he's going to probably get dispatch ALR quite quickly. Let's follow from Auto's perspective as ALR goes really wide into turn 1. Does Auto try and capitalise? He does get the better exit. Can Auto keep the speed? ALR backs out of it. Okay, kind of sensible. Realising that you're not going to keep... Maybe trying best to hook on the back of them and follow them. So next target down the road is going to be JMS. His tyres are much worse than both the drivers behind him. And then Pasty, just doing Pasty things, is miles ahead. So Pasty's almost untouchable unless he has a colossal mistake, which is possible. Speaking of possible, Auto's back in the grass again, deciding to become a grass cutting company in his Renault for the French Grand Prix. Suavi's now starting to pull a bit of a gap. So we'll keep an eye on these two. don't think Auto's going to catch the way Suave's got a lot fresher tyres. Well, he's obviously got a lot fresher tyres. His tyres got a lot more meat on them compared to Auto. JMS's tyres with 2 laps to go. I'm not entirely sure you're going to do it, mate. Let's have a little look. And there he's starting to drop back a little bit. He's lost nearly 2 seconds. Nearly 3 seconds, beg my pardon. To Yuri, that previous lap. So the battle for 5th. It's definitely going to heat up for maybe the end of this lap, start next lap. I was looking at the mini-map in the bottom right corner. Auto's starting to reel in Suave just a little bit. Let's stick with these two though. Let's definitely stick with these two because this is now striking. We're now definitely in striking range now. So Aliri's starting to struggle a little bit on these tyres. Yuri's got a lot of meat left with about 1.5 laps to go. Maybe 2 laps. Both take the wider banking line. Yuri hits the late apex. Aliri can't quite get the car turned enough. Does Yuri have a go coming into this little kink before the hairpin? No. Although he does have a later apex, much faster and straighter line. Just trying to set Aliri up. Aliri's got a little bit of unstable on exit. Yuri is solid. Can Yuri have a go? Aliri defends the inside. Yuri trying to set up the switch back. No, he's going to go straight around the outside. Can he make it work now? Inside for the following corner. And then he tries to fight back. Not able to this time. So Yuri doing a good job. Yeah, gone back to one too many. Let's fix the camera angle. That's better. And Yuri can't fight back going into turn 1. Yuri defended nicely. Now Yuri's ahead. Yuri's now going to start building that gap to keep 5th position. So good move from Yuri. As we go further forward. JMS's tyres, yep, are pretty much gone. Now, Suave's tyres are not much better, and nor are Auto's. So, the battle for 2nd. Can JMS hold on for another lap? And a bit. For 2nd position. Let's see, does JMS's rear stay with him? Just. Although his rear tyres are about to go and he's going to be in a world of pain when that happens. This will be the corner that we can tell. There's one snap, there's the second snap, there's the rear tyre. Here comes Suave. Suave goes around the outside. Now Auto can also have a look. Just look how unstable that JMS's car is. And there it goes again. So JMS fatal error of decision making, like he said to me in the message box. Puts on the soft tyres instead of the mediums, and there's your complications for it. Here comes Yuri on the mediums. He's already dispatched one Ferrari quite easily. Is he going to dispatch the other one? JMS, it looks like he's trying to drive a drift car on ice, as Yuri's just dispatched him very, very easily, not really with much trouble at all, as JMS now goes around. Are you practicing for the sprint start at Nürburgring by any chance? And smartly comes into the pits. Here comes Brian's around the last corner. Is he going to come out ahead of JMS, or has JMS got work to do on the last lap? So JMS comes out ahead on a fresh set of softs. Now looking further up ahead, we got Suave versus Auto. Auto has a look up the inside, curses the grass. Gonna let Suave back through because he feels like that was a little bit of a push. Fair play Auto, I think he might have gotten away with that. So it looks like Suave understeered a little bit, I don't know. But Suave doesn't have the front tyre grip that Auto has. I don't think Auto's going to do it, but we're going to jump forward and we're going to follow our race leader, who's led really since lap 3 of this race. So about, what, 11 laps ago? Someone can do the maths, I can't. No, 19 laps ago, there we go. I can kind of count. Oh no, we're going to go back and watch this just for a second. We'll come back to Pasti in just a moment. Swavi going around the long right-hander, just about holding off Auto. Swavi brakes really early. Auto's going to go late on the brakes, as late as he dares goes on the brakes, and Auto gets the move done. But we're going to jump on board with, well, I say on board, we're going to give Pasti his moment of shining glory as he makes a double victory. I think it's the first double victory in Tier 4 as he wins the feature race here at Moo Village, as Auto has pulled a gap to Swavi. Swavi's now got a dead front right, so he's got these final 2 corners. He's going to be nowhere near Auto, although he could potentially lose out to Yuri. He's not going to quite lose out to Yuri. Had it been another couple of corners, he would have. So Auto comes over the line in 2nd. Swavi in 3rd. Yuri just misses out the podium in 4th position. O'Leary's in 5th. JMS with a really unfortunate strategy call comes over the line in spectacular style for practice for the Nordschleife in 6th position. Brian's comes over for a good feature race in 7th. I'm sorry we haven't really looked at the rest of the grid. There's just been a lot going on up here. Cherry comes over for kind of a damage control race really for him in 8th position. We then got Jin in 9th. Who had an okay race, to be fair. Interesting strategy call for definite. We then got Moo in 10th, rounding off the top 10. We then got Moo finishing in fantastic style as Crash Tour runs out of fuel on the line, so Dr. Wiener, who was the race leader for at one point, is going to come over the line in 11th. Crash Tour gets 12th as Granelli gets lapped and finishes his race much earlier as Mismo comes around the final corner for 13th and final position. I say 13th and final for the last time. Comes over the line in 13th position. Important or impressive? Impressive is the fact that JMS decided to do the soft, medium, soft strategy, which didn't work, and then he had to stop again to put another set of softs on because his tyres died before the last lap. Also, what's impressive, there's a crash at a corner. I never thought I'd see a crash, but that's just crashing things. So, the standings pre-Nordschleife, which actually I can say. Excuse me. So, Swavi is still our leader in the championship standings, but only by 2 points. So, the next 2 rounds for the constructors, not for the constructors, for the drivers' title is definitely going to be vitally important. Now, I'm speaking to Auto directly here. I hope you do not do what you did in Monza a couple of seasons ago when you were a title contender. We will leave that one there. We have then got Yuri in 3rd position, 40 points behind the top 2. We then have got Pasti in 4th, 19 points behind Yuri, and then rounding off the top 5 is the other Lamborghini driver of Cherry in 5th position, 1 point behind his teammates. In championship standings, in really bizarre laid order, because for some reason Tier 4 has got the most screwed up constructors gibber gig thing. It is the Toyota Supras in 1st position. In 2nd position we got the Lamborghinis, about 36 points behind them, and in 3rd we got the Renaults, 12 points behind them. However, It's going to be the one time really I go sort of further back than that. The Mercedes AMGs are only 25 points behind the Renaults in 4th position, and then rounding off the top 5 is the Ferraris with 187. So really it's going to be a battle for the top 4 constructors over the final 2 races. The Lamborghinis and the Renaults and the AMGs are going to be the one to watch over the next 2 races for Tier 4. Anyway, that's it. So we got the Nordschleife, which we just did yesterday. The plan is to record that for Tier 4 tomorrow. So then both Tier 4 will be, for the first time this season, for the first time in 7 weeks, up to date. I know, weird to say that for Tier 4. But anyway, take care guys. I hope you've all had fun. I've had a bit of fun. And we will see you soon.